Last week, we took you on the scenic Highway 97 to Dawson Creek with stunning waterfalls, wildlife, and chainsaw art.
This week, we start our journey on the Alaska Highway through British Columbia as we travel from Dawson Creek to Laird River Hot Springs.
We left Juno Beach, Florida, April 1st, and we have traveled 6,500 miles to get right here.
We're at mile 0 of the Alaska Highway.
The Alaska Highway was built in response to the attack on Pearl Harbor when the U.S. needed a critical route to connect the lower 48 states to Alaska. Canada entered into an agreement with the U.S. to allow for the construction as long as the U.S. funded the original highway.
Today, the highway stretches over 1,300 miles over rugged wilderness from Dawson Creek, British Columbia to Delta Junction, Alaska. Despite the challenges, it was completed in 8 months.
We left Dawson Creek early due to wildfires and unbearable smoke. We were fortunate to have N95 masks and a portable air filter that we used in the truck.
The stunning views began to emerge as soon as the smoke subsided. We found a nice boondocking spot just outside of Fort Nelson and enjoyed a quiet evening.
This mother wanted to cross the highway with her 2 cubs. We were happy to sit back and watch them cross.
There aren't many services or restaurants along the Alaska Highway, so when we saw the sign for cinnamon buns, we just had to stop.
Wow, these are freshly baked and served warm. Testa Lodge cinnamon buns were actually featured on the Food Network.
Next stop, Summit Lake Campground in Stone Mountain Provincial Park. Colleen can thread a needle backing up.
What do you think of our home for tonight?
This is really beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's just like what we expected.
We enjoyed every moment of solitude on Summit Lake.
Stone Mountain Provincial Park covers much of the northern Rocky Mountains. The park is home to alpine valleys, mountain peaks, rivers, remote lakes, and many species of wildlife.
Time to move on to our next location, Muncho Lake Provincial Park. This stretch of the highway is breathtaking, and Muncho Lake is one of the highlights of the Alaska Highway. We stayed at Northern Rockies Lodge RV Sites, a full-service stop for Alaska Highway travelers.
We have traveled 423 miles up the Alaska Highway, and it has been beautiful. The road is excellent. We have heard so many stories about this road being like bumpy and you need extra tires and all this stuff. We haven't experienced any of that. Now, given we're only 423 miles into it.
Currently, we're at Muncho Lake, and this lake is absolutely gorgeous. It has float planes on it. One took off this morning. The lake is a beautiful turquoise, and it's about 7 miles long and 700 feet deep. Absolutely beautiful.
With each turn we made, the scenery seemed to get better, and the wildlife got better as well.
We've reached Laird River Hot Springs. There's the electric fence to keep the wildlife out. We've seen a lot of bears, so I'm glad that exists.
Before the entrance to the hot springs, there's a charming trailer for the visitor center. Yikes, the electric fence no longer shields us from the wildlife.
The park has a warm water swamp home to a variety of plants, mammals, and birds. There are even small fish, lake chub, that have adapted to warm water. They have been isolated from other populations for thousands of years.
Laird River Hot Springs is the second largest natural hot spring in Canada. It's a natural river of hot water rather than a spring-fed man-made pool. This is a must when driving the Alaska Highway.
Look at this. Can you believe this?
It's like a little wonderland.
Oh my goodness. I mean, and I swear I saw a fish jump in here. Right there. I want to see if this water is cold or hot. It's cold. I just can't get over the temperature change from one end to the other. What do you think?
That was really fun.
Wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still warm, are you?
Yes, I am.
I'm ready for a toddy.
A cocktail.
A nice cool one.
Yes. Here's a few statistics.
Stay tuned for more from the Silver Vagabonds.